Hello, welcome to Salt and Light Canning. I'm Jessica and this is my kitchen. I'm so happy that you're here. Today I am making something that I've never made before, which is pickled green beans or dill beans or green bean pickles. So to start, like with any kind of pickled vegetable, I start by making my brine. In this pot, I have 12 cups of filtered water. And to that, I'm going to add 12 cups of apple cider vinegar. You can use any kind of vinegar you want. Just make sure that whatever vinegar you use is at least 5% acidity. Now, I also have 12 teaspoons of raw cane sugar, and I'm going to add 12 teaspoons or 4 tablespoons of salt. This is just kosher salt. You could also use pickling salt. Use whatever you have, okay? Now I'm going to put this on the stove and dissolve my salt and my sugar. And once it's dissolved, I'm going to turn it off and let my brine cool. And in the meantime, my friend Anne and I are going to trim the green beans. I want to leave them whole, you know, and they'll look pretty in the jar and all of that. So we're going to trim our green beans. We've been so blessed this year with our harvest. I think we've harvested from our green bean plants 6 times, and it's just amazing to me. You know, we planted the seeds together and God has just really, really blessed our harvest, and we've just had abundance, and I'm very, very thankful. So I'm going to get this brine heated up and get my salt and my sugar dissolved. And in the meantime, we're going to trim up our beans and get them in jars. Well, this is my friend Anne, my sister Anne. I love her so much.
I love you.
And she helped us plant the green beans in our garden.
So fun.
And we are having all the fun together, canning together when we get to. She helped me do a big apple processing day. Oh my God. That was a lot.
So much apple.
And just such a blessing to have someone I can call on when I'm like overwhelmed by God's abundant blessing to us.
Amen.
We're just going to get all these beans cut up. Some of them, oh my goodness, they're so big. These are big beans.
Yes.
So they should make just beautiful green bean pickles. Anyways, that's what we're doing. I'll come back when we're doing something else. So our green beans are all prepped, and I would like crispy vegetables for pickles. So part of what I do is, number one, I always cool down my brine, always, because that helps maintain crispy vegetables. I also use pickle crisp. Now you can use, there's lots of different places that sell pickle crisp. I got mine from Amazon. So I'm adding a 1/4 teaspoon to each 1.5 pint jar. Other things that help to keep crisp pickles is things like bay leaves or turmeric. They have tannins that helps to maintain the texture of your vegetables. I'm going to add a bay leaf per jar. I'm going to add a couple peppercorns per jar. You could add red pepper flakes if you want to. You can add garlic or onions if you want to. Whatever you like. This is dried dill. I'm going to add a teaspoon per jar. If you have fresh dill, use fresh dill. I don't tend to like go out and buy things specifically for a recipe. I try to use whatever I have available first. I mean, obviously, if I didn't have any dill at all, I would go out and buy dill, or I have dried my own dill this year. So then this is just pickle spice. You can make your own. There's lots of different ones. I happen to make tons of pickles, so I buy it in bulk. I got this from Amazon. I'm also adding a teaspoon of mustard seed. Now we're going to start packing our jars with our raw green beans. We're just gonna fill with as many green beans as we can get in here without sneezing, because sometimes the pickle spice makes me sneeze. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just gonna be however I can get the green beans to fit in here. But I really didn't want to cut them because they're just beautiful green beans. We're just gonna keep stuffing jars full of green beans, and we'll be back when we're doing something else. So now we have stuffed all our jars with green beans, and I'm going to add our pickling brine. I'm going to fill to about 1/2 inch of headspace, but you know me, just do the best you can. Please do not get all stressed and hung up about pickles. Just don't. Okay, don't go throwing away all your food if it falls below, you know, your 1/2 inch headspace. Don't throw it all out, okay? Just try to do better next time. That's all you can do. I'm gonna do my best to debubble, but since we did Tetris with the green beans, I don't think it's really gonna work that well. Wipe the rim of my jar, get a flat, line it up, and a ring just to finger tight. I'll fill my next jar. Let me know in the comments what you've been making, what you've been doing. What are you canning? What are the things coming in out of your garden? I love to hear from you. Just makes my day. If you've never tried canning, pickles are one of the easiest things to try, because you don't have to worry about pressure canning and you don't have to worry about a lot, just vinegar and spices. And that's it. Wipe the rim of our jars really well. If you have any of your green beans that might cause an issue with your seal, I just put them in a different jar. I'm just gonna keep filling jars. I'll be back when I'm doing something else. My canner is full. Everything is covered with about 1 inch of water. I'm going to bring these to a boil, and we're gonna process at a boil for 15 minutes. And I'll be back when I'm taking them out. My timer went off and I turned everything off, and I've taken the lid off, and we've just let everything just sit for a couple of minutes. It's always a good idea just to let things sit for a couple of minutes. It really reduces siphoning and gives your product a better opportunity to seal. Those look very pretty. So blessed, so thankful to God for His abundance, for His provision. I'm so very excited to have these on the shelf, to be able to share, to bless friends and my family with them, and also just to learn new ways to preserve our harvest. Such a blessing. Just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos and subscribe to my channel. You are such a blessing to me. Thank you for your wonderful comments. You just bless me. Be so blessed. Know that you're loved, and be a blessing to someone else. I'll see you in the next video.